I'm really gonna surprise Carl. He's gonna lock up with me. He's gonna be like, that's one strong dude.
You wanna shoot on me, fine. I wanna sprawl, get out of the way, lock something up, and as you stand up, I'm gonna dump you on your head.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be a scrap. But I'm gonna be a world champion.
I'm trying to do a highlight reel on Josh Burkman. I'm trying to do some magic on him and get my title shot.
That's the last fight I lost. I get my chance to avenge it.
I'm gonna knock him out in the third round. Chuck ain't getting past the third round.
Well, that's going to be tough for him to knock me out in the third round if he gets knocked out in the first.
I'm gonna whoop his ass. Same thing I did to him the first time I fought him. I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Saturday night in Las Vegas, and the world is watching the action which will take place tonight inside the City of Entertainment. We welcome you to the MGM Grand Garden Arena, sold out here tonight for UFC 71. As the light heavyweight title is on the line, it's Liddell versus Jackson. An outstanding wrestler who fights with incredible fury, Carmelo Marrero makes his light heavyweight debut against Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Wilson Gouveia. In mixed martial arts, some fighters, like Carmelo Marrero, are burdened with the pressure of high expectations due to their unbeaten status. Others, such as Wilson Gouveia, come into the UFC with little expected of them, but no matter who you are, all that matters in the octagon is what happens when the bell rings.
I'm looking to step in, take Wilson down, grind him, pound him out.
I hate him, you know. I want to kill the son of a bitch.
Marrero entered the UFC in 2006 with 6 wins and no losses when he took on highly touted heavyweight contender Czech Congo at UFC 64. 3 rounds later, Marrero had upset the Frenchman and established himself as a fighter to watch. But in his next bout, Marrero was submitted by the much bigger Gabriel Gonzaga, and he was forced to reevaluate whether he could compete on a truly level playing field as a heavyweight. His conclusion? It was time for a cut to 205 pounds.
I feel good, I feel explosive, fast and strong, and I'm looking forward to stepping in the cage tonight.
Brazil's Gouveia came into the UFC with a 6-3 record and few expectations from fight fans, but a hard-fought decision loss to Keith Jardine and submission victories over Wes Combs and Seth Petrozelli changed that impression. Now, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist knows a 3rd straight UFC victory could catapult him into the title picture.
Tonight, when I crush Marrero, I hope Chuck Liddell is watching the fight because I'm going to come after him.
Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight matchup is brought to you by Synergy. Great tasting premium energy drink. 28-year-old Brazilian Gouveia against the 26-year-old American. A definitive reach advantage enjoyed by Gouveia, and he is the man with the more dangerous striking skills.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, our referee. Good matchup here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Gouveia against Marrero.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
We are underway. Gouveia in the white trunks. Marrero in the dark trunks.
Marrero looks great at this weight.
Very explosive and powerful wrestler. Looking for the early takedown. Gouveia's confidence continues to escalate with every win inside the octagon. Hanging those hands low.
Carmelo eats a little right hand coming in right there.
Clearly looking for an early takedown, Joe.
Yeah, Carmelo's game plan is very obvious. Gouveia lands a kick.
You like when they set up that shot as opposed to trying to just go after, don't you?
Yeah, well, you know what? In the beginning, you know, it's so hard to get comfortable. You know, there's all the nerves going on until these guys actually clinch and get a hold of each other. You know, the initial, like right there, nice leg kick. The initial, you know, the initial interaction between these guys is always a little shaky.
A little bit of a feeling out process, certainly.
Yeah, Marrero doesn't want to get hit here.
Gouveia really hanging that left hand.
Well, you know what? I mean, he's inviting Marrero in. I mean, Gouveia has quite an advantage in the standing, in my opinion.
But if you were in there, would you still take that risk, Joe?
If I was him, no.
Yeah.
I never. But you know what? I mean, I think he believes he's so much better than me.
Right.
I mean, we've seen Gouveia get cocky before. When he submitted Wes Combs, he didn't even bother cinching the rear naked choke up the right way. He left his hand on his forehead. And I asked him about it. He's like, he's not going to stop it. He didn't know anything.
Caught it right there. Caught a left guard made jab. Marrero trying to come over the top. Good exchange on the return by Gouveia.
Nice left hook as well there.
And a big kick. Oh, that stumbled him big time.
Big leg kick right there. That one hurt.
And again, same spot. Marrero is in trouble. Huge leg kicks by Wilson Gouveia.
Good job of avoiding the takedown. He's got a hand under for the guillotine, but Marrero's got that arm out.
He absolutely buckled him with that leg kick.
Those leg kicks are hard.
And again.
Gouveia is just landing that leg kick at will.
And now he caught him with the knee. Gouveia trying to finish. Marrero caught a knee on the way down.
Marrero's going for that, excuse me, Marrero, he's got that guillotine. Gouveia's got it. He's got that arm in guillotine. It's the same way he submitted Seth Petrozelli. Marrero's in big trouble here.
Will he tap?
He looks like he's looking to think about it. He's trying to grab a hold with his legs. Oh, he's mounted him. He's in deep, deep trouble now.
Wilson Gouveia.
Gouveia's gonna put him to sleep. He's
looking to finish it. It's all over. Wilson Gouveia has won again.
Wow, very, very impressive performance. Very impressive performance.
Wilson Gouveia wins his third straight fight in the octagon. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mario Yamasaki is called to stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 6 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke, Wilson Gouveia.
Yep, that's right. 3 in a row for Wilson Gouveia. UFC veteran Dean Thomas possesses the skills to just rip through the lightweight division. Winner of 3 in a row. Tonight, he will welcome newcomer Jeremy Stephens to the UFC. When lightweight Dean Thomas made his professional mixed martial arts debut in 1998, Jeremy Stephens was just 12 years old. Tonight, the 30-year-old Thomas will use all of his octagon experience to spoil the UFC debut of the younger Stephens.
This is my UFC debut. I'm turned 21. I'm gonna leave him on the ground, knocked out. Thank God, and go off and celebrate my 21st birthday.
Too bad he has to fight me because on his birthday, for his birthday wish, I'm gonna blow him out.
A freestyle fighter known for his heavy hands and his heart, the 21-year-old Little Heathen's 8-1 record may not be dotted with familiar names, but if he can make Dean Thomas his 7th TKO victim, respect will follow soon after.
I gotta fight the best to become the best, and right now he's one of the best, so I plan to take that away from him.
I can't be beat right now, so, you know, it's just too bad that they have to bring in this youngster to fight me.
With almost 9 years of pro fighting in the bank, Dean Thomas has the type of resume few of his peers can claim. And in contrast to most of those who have been around as long as he has, the Delaware native is still relevant and still hungry to win his first world title. Winner of 2 in a row since his stint on season 4 of The Ultimate Fighter, the 30-year-old Thomas is eager to show a young gun some new tricks.
Congratulations on making it to the UFC. Sorry about your luck, kid.
Our Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Zenergy. Great tasting premium energy drink. Thomas the veteran, as we talked about, 9 years the elder of the UFC newcomer Jeremy Stevenson. Thomas, known for his great striking, has nearly a 4-inch reach advantage. For the official introductions of this lightweight showdown, once again, here's the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Big John McCarthy.
The best in the business, Big John McCarthy, Dean Thomas against Jeremy Stevenson, a battle here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena at 155 pounds.
Are you ready? You ready? Let's get it on! Come on!
So Stevens in the red trunks and Thomas in the white trunks.
One thing I noticed about Dean Thomas in the last fight we saw him against Rich Clemente is a much improved jab. I mean, ever since he's been an American top team, they've got Howard Davis back down there, the American Olympic gold medalist, and he has been coaching all these guys in their boxing, and you really see it with Dean. I mean, he looks fantastic with his head moving. Oh, beautiful slip of the punch.
Absolutely.
Awesome takedown right there.
Now that is what you like to see, Joe. I know. That is setting up your takedown.
Yes, that is true MMA, true mixed martial arts. The combination of the boxing and the takedown. That was beautiful.
Close guard being utilized by Jeremy Stephens.
Watch your fingers in his face. Just watch the fingers.
Thomas, known for being very versatile, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Steven's doing a good job so far in avoiding too much damage. He's controlling Dean's posture, maneuvering his hips.
Really, what some people have talked about wanting to see from Dean Thomas is a little bit more anxiousness, like right here.
Yeah,
let's
nice
pass early.
Oh,
let's get side
pass.
control. Let's finish the fight. Show urgency to try to get to the top of the 155-pound ladder.
That was a slick pass. He's got a Kimura on the left side. He's trapped in half guard. Good job by Stevens right there. As soon as Dean went for that Kimura, he popped into half guard.
And Stevens looks right towards his corner. Josh Neer, the UFC veteran. A man he considers his hero, his mentor, and his training partner.
Elbows on top by Dean.
Thomas coming off the unanimous decision victory over Clay Guida.
Beautiful pass again by Dean Thomas. That was just, I mean, he just did that at will. Side control.
Dean Thomas with 22 wins in his mixed martial arts career.
He's controlling the legs there, which makes me think that he's probably trying to either turn him towards his back or maybe grab an arm.
Thomas just looking to control early. In a dominant position with side control once again here in round number 1. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Dean's going for that Kimura again on the left side. It's interesting how now he's turning him towards his back.
This could be trouble.
See, when he did that with the legs, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get him to roll over, and he got him to roll over. That's a very nice setup. He's got that arm underneath. Stevens in big trouble. And Dean is snaking that arm under. He's got a hold of his bicep.
Looking to finish it here in the first.
He's got that choke sunk in. All he's got to do, he let it go.
But for how long? Stevens again looks towards his corner.
Rolled him onto his back now. You keep hearing his corner yelling 2-on-1. What they're meaning is put 2 arms on 1 arm. It's very difficult to choke a guy with 1 arm. If he can get his 2 arms on that 1 arm of Dean Thomas's, he can control it. Especially with the gloves on. He's got the anaconda on him now, which is the triangle choke around the body. That constricts the breathing, and it holds him and keeps him from turning over and putting him in Dean's guard.
And a lot of time for which to work to try to finish this fight in the first round. Still 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
It's not the best position when you're on top, but when you're on the bottom and you got a guy's back, that's the best place to be. Now he rolled it over. He's putting pressure on Dean's ankles. Now Dean's on top. I would see probably he's going to let go of the anaconda. He did. He's got the hooks in now.
Watch the back of the head, Dean. There you go.
Thomas doing anything to affect the breathing and the concentration of his youthful opponent.
Stevens is doing a very good job so far of avoiding this choke, though.
And remaining very calm in this precarious situation.
Yeah, you know, see, he keeps getting that arm under there, though. Now Dean's going to use his leg to control the arm. Dean Thomas, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt awarded to him by Ricardo Laborio.
And look who's up! Jeremy Stevens! And he fires down shots at Dean Thomas! Stevens with a big overhand right! Over the top again, but he can't land!
Wild Stevens! Jeremy Stevens is wild!
Stevens avoids being submitted and finishes round 1 in style!
He tells Dean to stand up, and Dean hits him on the
Good is that?
Wow! What an end to that round! Very, very nice end to that round. Man, there was a lot of action in that fight.
Go get the...
Lot of action. Now here's Dean Thomas. He's got Jeremy Stevens back. He tries to hook that arm with his leg, and Stevens uses that opportunity to turn him over, get him in his guard, and starts dropping some bombs. I mean, he sent a message to Dean Thomas, don't take me lightly. Crazy swinging punches.
Dean Thomas was looking for the submission.
Hey, Jeremy.
Jeremy Stevens was just hoping to get this fight to the second round. Jeremy Stevens making his UFC debut.
All right, here we go. You ready? Get that mouthpiece in. You ready? Let's get it on.
Let's see how Stevens comes out here, Joe. Thomas controlled basically 4 minutes and 45 seconds of round number 1. Oh, spinning back fist!
Beautiful transition. I like how he stepped into that. Went like he was throwing a jab.
Confident young kid, and you said you saw it in his eyes as he walked into the octagon.
Yeah, he doesn't seem overwhelmed by this experience at all. He's here to win.
Caught him with the left.
Dean Thomas better put his hands up. This kid is for real.
Stevens in the red trunks. The veteran Thomas in the white trunks. Looking for the body shot was Dean Thomas. Confident in his hands is Jeremy Stevens. Toe-to-toe.
Oh, nice doubling up in the inside kicks. Inside leg kick and then front kick to the body. Takes a leg kick of his own by Dean.
Thomas doesn't look like he's trying to set up a takedown here, at least yet. Went for the early takedown in round number 1. Now many would say by exchanging with Thomas, Jeremy Stevens is going right against the strength of Dean Thomas.
Well, you know what? I think Jeremy Stevens got some strength in this aspect of his own. I mean, we certainly saw that with that spinning back fist and that left hook he landed earlier. And I think he's getting a little looser.
Absolutely. Worked himself out of a very dangerous situation.
That alone has got to give him some confidence. Dean had his back. He had a forearm sunk deep underneath his arm, underneath his neck. And he still managed to survive the round.
Stevens looked to push the hand out of the way and then come around with a left. And just missed a moment ago.
Kid
Good
hits
left
hard.
hook, yep. And you know what? Dean Thomas looked for the takedown. And he ends up in guard.
And Dean has an excellent guard. Submitted Mikey Burnett with a triangle on the Ultimate Fighter. Dean looks very relaxed in there. Looks like he's conserving energy, staying calm. He's not wasting any movement or energy.
Very evenly contested round number 2.
That was a very quick switch, too. Jeremy Stevens is in some trouble. He's trying to spike him, but Dean's holding on to it. This could be it. This should be it.
It is over. It is over.
Yes, you did, son. Your hand goes over that
Stevens is saying he didn't tap, but even if he didn't, that arm was a goner. That arm was a goner.
You tapped. That's it. Yes, you did, son. Your hand goes there. That's it. You tapped.
Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 44 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by submission, Dean Thomas.
Impressive performance by the longtime UFC veteran. After what he calls an embarrassment, 2 weeks was plenty of notice for Alan Belcher to fight up a weight class with a chance for redemption, as tonight he tangles with Sean Salmon. At this level of the game, one loss can severely hamper a fighter's upward climb towards a title shot. 2 in a row could cripple it. And that's the situation Sean Salmon and Alan Belcher find themselves in tonight.
I can't lose twice in a row. I can't let everybody down like I did before. There's no way I can let myself do that.
Salmon made his octagon debut against Rashad Evans at Ultimate Fight Night Live in South Florida. In round 2, a vicious kick to the head knocked Salmon out, and the devastating nature of the defeat immediately forced him to reassess his career.
I have to win. I'm going to beat Alan Belcher.
Everybody saw him get knocked out with a head kick. I'm going to kick him in the head and knock him out, just like I did Santiago.
Belcher lost a unanimous decision to Yushin Okami in his UFC debut, but bounced back in spectacular fashion, scoring a devastating one-kick knockout versus George Santiago. In his third octagon contest, he hit a wall, getting submitted in the second round by the Ultimate Fighter 3 winner, Kendall Grove. The Mississippi battler, who usually fights at middleweight, was so disappointed in his performance against Grove that when the call went out for someone to replace injured Eric Schaefer on less than 2 weeks' notice, and at light heavyweight no less, he jumped at the opportunity to redeem himself.
I'm going to win by knockout. I'm going to submit the guy. I'm going to win.
Our Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Synergy. Great tasting premium energy drink. Alan Belcher, the talent, 23 years old, 6 years younger than Sean Salmon. Now check it out. Alan Belcher is 6'2", Salmon is just 5'10", and Belcher has a 4-inch reach advantage.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Steve Mazzagatti.
Steve Mazzagatti, our referee. Sean Salmon against Alan Belcher at 205 pounds. How quickly
right, guys,
will Salmon look for the takedown?
Bring it on, come on.
We are underway. Dark trunks for Belcher, white trunks for Salmon.
Salmon's going to look for the takedown immediately, especially coming off of that KO loss.
Belcher, as Joe mentioned, an outstanding striker. 12 seconds in, looking for a takedown. That would be pretty immediate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's, I mean, he has no desire to stand up and make this a stand-up fight. He is an outstanding wrestler. There he goes. Once he got a hold of you, it's tough to deal with it. He's got a guillotine. He's got to say that's tight.
Oh, big slam.
Trying to slip.
Belcher holds on.
That is deep. Belcher has got it.
And it's all over. It is all over. Alan the Talent Belcher.
Alan Belcher is a happy man.
He locked that in and finished this fight quickly.
Alan Belcher, very happy with that. You know, that is the problem with wrestlers, especially when they do that double leg takedown and they shoot with their neck on the outside.
Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest in the very first round at 53 seconds due to a tap out from a guillotine choke, declaring the winner, Alan the Talent Belcher.
Sacramento against Sao Paulo as the Sandman James Irvin is back, ready and willing to exchange with dangerous Brazilian 9-0, Thiago Silva. When you match up a fighter with dynamite in his fist who goes by the name of the Sandman and an unbeaten member of the most feared fight team in the world, you not only have a bout that guarantees fireworks, but James Irvin and Thiago Silva have the potential of turning in the fight of the year.
I'm excited to fight this crazy shootbox guy. He's gonna come at me trying to kick and punch me, and I'm gonna put my knee or my elbow in his mouth tonight.
A member of Brazil's legendary shootbox team, Silva has made it a point to fight with an aggression bordering on recklessness when he gets close to his opponents. Unbeaten in his 9-fight stint as a professional, Silva wants to make an example of James Irvin in his UFC debut by showing that you don't mess with shootbox.
James Irvin, porque eu sou um atleta completo.
This is a bad matchup for James Irvin. I came to knock out, and I guarantee you that he's going to the ground.
Shootbox guys are, I mean, they're crazy. They come out ninja, they come out crazy guys, are hardcore. You know, I'm looking forward to knocking this Brazilian out and taking pictures with his team.
Confidence has poured from Irvin ever since his impressive stoppage of Hector Ramirez in his hometown of Sacramento, California at UFC 65 last November, and coupled with intense training with Quentin Rampage Jackson and Scott Smith, the 6'2" Irvin is ready to play Sandman for Silva as he looks for his 13th win tonight.
So every kick or knee or elbow I throw, I'm trying to kill him. I'm trying to put him out. I'm trying to end the fight. You know, I know this guy's gonna stand and trade with me, and I don't think we're gonna leave bloody.
Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Synergy. Great tasting premium energy drink. The Sandman, 28 years old, 4 years the elder of the Brazilian Thiago Silva. An 1.5-inch reach advantage, not a whole lot inside the octagon. For our official introductions, once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean.
Herb Dean is our referee. Will we get the slugfest many expect? Irvin against the newcomer Silva.
You ready to fight? You ready? Let's do it.
Hey, here we go. They're going to come out immediately and fire.
Right hand by Irvin. Oh, big drop kick by Irvin.
Down goes Silva.
Thiago's in trouble here.
Don't grab the fence.
James Irvin.
That's your warning.
Thiago's working for that sweep. He's got a hold of Irvin's leg. He's trying to get underneath. He's back up to his feet. He's on his knees here.
Look at that, pushing with all his might. His opponent towards the fence is Thiago Silva.
But he's got to be careful he doesn't get caught in a guillotine here.
Irvin looking for it.
He's got one arm underneath, but the other arm is free. If he can get his other arm underneath, connect his hands together.
And Silva gets a takedown.
He's mounted him. He's happened. What happened? What happened? Oh, he hurt himself.
Down went Irvin, and the knee popped. Herb Dean stops the fight.
Oh, he's in some serious pain.
He went down awkwardly, Joe, during that takedown.
Yeah, I can't tell what happened, but James Irvin is in some serious pain here. Look at his face. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this fight at 1 minute 6 seconds of round number 1. Due to an injury, James Irvin will not be able to continue. Therefore, declaring the winner, Thiago Silva.
What he said, Joe, is, wow, it's really cool to be in the UFC, and now I'm 10-0. Thiago Silva, disappointing night for Irvin. We begin in the middleweight division in the always controversial Crippler. The Ultimate Fighter 1's Chris Lieben looks to crush the Canadian from the Ultimate Fighter 3. That would be Caleb Starnes. In many ways, middleweights Chris Lieben and Caleb Starnes made their names on the Ultimate Fighter reality series. But since then, they've found out that life can be harsh when the camera lights are off.
I'm not worried about a loss. You just focus on success and accomplishing what you set out to do, what I've been training to do for months.
You know, I'm tired of hearing about my loss. I'm gonna get back in there and I'm gonna get a win under my belt. I'm gonna put a stomping on Caleb Starnes, you know, and I'm gonna make an example out of him. I want the world to see that Chris Lieben's no joke.
The 6'3" Starnes made a successful post-Ultimate Fighter debut against Danny Abadi, yet dropped back down the ladder with a loss to Yushin Okami at UFC 64. Tonight's fight is a must-win. A Season 1 spark plug who used his aggressive style and brash personality to gain a legion of fans while building an unbeaten 5-0 Octagon record, Lieben hit hard times in the last 11 months and was beaten by current middleweight champion Anderson Silva and Jason McDonald, while only managing one victory over George Santiago. If the Crippler is to right his ship and move forward, it has to begin with a win tonight over Caleb Starnes.
Tonight, I'm coming out there, I'm coming to bang, I'm coming for him. You know, I'm looking to knock his jaw into the third row. I'm looking to bring everything I got.
I don't want to be in there all night. If I get a chance to finish the fight, I want to jump on it.
Our Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Synergy. Great tasting premium energy drink. The Crippler, 26 years old, 6 years younger than the Canadian Caleb Starnes. Starnes enjoys a height and a reach advantage to officially get our evening underway. None better than the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this contest is Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, our referee here tonight.
Dirty tap out there.
Absolutely. Chris Lieben. Caleb Starnes.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! Come
UFC
on!
71 is underway.
The strategy should be very clear. Caleb Starnes wants to take it to the ground. Chris Lieben wants to stand.
Lieben with a high kick. Lieben has absolute knockout power in his left hand.
He's sort of an awkward striker. He throws punches from weird angles, but he's got bricks in his fists.
Anything that is in close quarters could be advantage Starnes. Trying to nullify some of the striking potential advantage of Chris Lieben here.
Caleb working very hard in the clinch to get that takedown, but Chris is doing a good job of defending it so far, and he's free.
Man, he is really looking to load up that left, Joe.
He's got big power. He's got the kind of power that can just clip you on the forehead and hurt you badly.
Starnes with a body shot. Looking for the uppercut is Lieben. Both men work the knees.
Front kick by Caleb Starnes.
Starnes with a good leg kick. You could hear that one. Starnes definitely working with the American top team, more comfortable with this striking than he has ever been.
Yeah, he looks good. He's covering up.
In this sport, sometimes you pick your poison, because everything can be lethal.
Good leg kick by Lieben. Starnes is cut.
Yep. Lieben slips. Starnes tries to take advantage.
Good explosion by Lieben. to his feet very quickly.
Starts just a little cut under the left eye.
That one was in the package.
They touch, they continue. Two men popularized by the Ultimate Fighter reality show. An original cast member in Lieben, the favorite on the Ultimate Fighter 3 in Starnes.
Powerful leg kick by Caleb Starnes. Caleb looking for that right hand, just missed.
Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Lieben coming forward, looking to work combinations.
Wild, reckless punches.
Absolutely.
You know, that's that power that he has. He can kind of get away with those with a lot of fighters.
Just hangs that left low and then brings it over the top.
Well, he's got a very good chin.
And he's just loading up, looking for the home run.
Yeah, Caleb has a much more disciplined style of stand-up. He likes to keep his hands up high. And it seems to me that he's just striking to sort of keep Lieben off him. Caleb has so far not been able to capitalize on that clinch. He's clinched a couple times at Lieben, but hasn't been able to grab him to the ground, and that's nice for Lieben. Big left hand. Caleb's doing a good job of keeping his hands up high and avoiding the blunt impact on his face.
Lieben looked with the spinning back kick, and there's the first takedown of the night. Big swing and a miss, and it leads to the first takedown.
And this is where Caleb's wanted. Look at this, Chris Lieben working the rubber guard.
Well, you talked about the training that he does with Matt Hume, a wizard in ground skills.
Yeah, Matt Hume is legendary for his coaching abilities and legendary for his own ground game.
Longtime member of Team Quest in Lieben.
Nice body shots, transition to the face by Caleb Starn.
Lieben trying to keep busy on the bottom. Lieben, a long-time history with heavyweight champion Randy the Natural Couture.
Caleb has got to try to pass Lieben's guard. He's not going to be able to do too much inside here. I'm kind of surprised that he's not trying to pass already. He's just hanging out in Chris's guard so far.
Final seconds of round number 1.
Especially with this short amount of time left. I'm really surprised that he's not trying to do something here.
Loads up with a couple of rights. Lieben in trouble at the end of round 1.
Big shots from Caleb Starn at the end.
A great finish by Starnes. This place is electric.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it's going to feel like before the main event.
Round number 2, Chris Lieben, Caleb Starnes.
There you go, second round. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go, come on!
Great finish to round number 1 for Starnes. Lieben,
Caleb was able to take the fight to the ground in the first round, but it was really primarily because of a reckless move by Chris Lieben.
He had a couple of reckless moves, though, because Caleb tried to take advantage when he slipped on the high kick earlier in that round as well, Joe.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's Chris Lieben's style. That's one of the reasons why he's so exciting. He's a wild dude.
He's going to go for broke every night, isn't he?
Absolutely. Never go for chips when Chris Lieben's fighting. Body kick by Caleb.
Caleb's kicks have been decent tonight.
Very good leg kicks. That's probably that American Top Team training.
Lieben, as you said, so unorthodox, looks for the spinning back fist again.
Good front kick by Caleb. And an inside leg kick.
Inside leg kick by Lieben. Oh, big right connects.
Caleb connected.
And down goes Lieben.
Caleb
huge right hand by Caleb Starnes.
And Caleb's got to get out of this position. Chris Lieben using the rubber guard again in mission control. I don't know if he knows what to do here. He does. He goes for the zombie. He clears the hand. Nope, he let it go. The thing to do there was to clear that hand, get it, pass it through under the underarm, and lock that arm and trap it to the mat.
Starnes had a great finish to round number 1, finally getting towards a dominant position. Let's see if he can get there earlier this time. He's on his feet. Trying to load down on Lieben as he did at the end of round 1. And he does! Connects with another one.
Let's go, Chris. He's going to stand up.
And he does. Lieben ate a few again, though.
I don't understand Caleb Starnes' strategy there. I mean, he had Chris right where he wanted him. He had him on the ground and on his back. I mean, I don't know if he got confidence because that right hand he landed in the takedown, but in my opinion, he should have stayed and tried to pass that guard and tried to get to a dominant position. It could be fatigue, it could be a lot of different things. Or he could have some sort of master plan that we're not aware of.
Good knees by Starnes just past the midway point of our fight.
Another right hand by Caleb.
Starnes, a single father with a 4.5-year-old daughter. Trying to up his game since his appearance on The Ultimate Fighter. And really overwhelmed by Yushin Okami.
Oh, nice inside leg kick by Caleb. And avoided Lieben's strikes. Both these men are breathing heavy, especially Caleb. His mouth is open, he's taking some deep breaths.
Caleb grew up in a very small town in the interior of the province of British Columbia. He has been on the coast for many years now. Lieben with a knee. But Starnes, defensively, has been pretty much flawless.
Yeah, he's done a good job of avoiding the big, heavy power shots. I mean, Lieben's so reckless. He just comes in, hands down, throwing kicks and punches.
Starnes with the finish to round 1 in the big right in round 2 may very well be ahead on the judges' scorecards.
He is very tired, though, and there's still a minute to go in this round.
And Lieben said his conditioning is better than it ever was. Could it pay off as this fight goes into the deeper parts?
Caleb's covering up, and he's sucking wind, and this is dangerous.
Lieben looking to throw combinations. Lieben stepping forward. Starnes wants no problem.
By Starnes. He is breathing very heavy.
40 seconds left in round 2.
Nice leg kick by Chris.
Starnes catches him with a right.
Right back now, Chris. That's all he had. That's all he had.
Lieben presses forward again.
Caleb's doing a real good job defensively, even though he's tired. He's doing a real good job of avoiding the big punishing shots.
Oh, a knee.
Good right hand by Caleb.
And again, Starnes tried to finish round 2 in style.
Some water. Come on, baby. It's the last round. Come on, suck it up. This is it. It's the big time.
Give me some water.
I'm going to give you some water right now.
Very nice right hand by Caleb Starnes. Let's take a look at that again. Bang, right on the jaw. And there's another one from the top.
Can Starnes recover?
I'm sure he's in excellent shape. I mean, you know, that minute is a good enough time for him to catch his breath, but this is a taxing fight. And you know what? There's a lot of stress involved in this, too. I mean, that's a lot of it. Caleb hasn't fought in a long time. The last time he fought, he got beat. And, you know, he's a 32-year-old guy trying to make his way through the toughest sport in the world.
Are you ready? Let's get him!
Middleweight battle starts us off. Third and final round.
Chris Lieben looks very determined.
Lieben comes forward with that kick, and Starnes is trying to counter with the right.
I like how Starnes turned off the cage and landed that shot, but Chris is really turning it on now.
And he's starting to work combinations, Joe. Before it was one in and out, that heavy punch. Now Lieben's starting to put combinations together.
Well, I think his corner has told him he's really got to turn it up in this round. And, you know, Chris is in excellent condition.
Chris talked a lot earlier this week about learning from the loss. Learning from the losses, if you will, 2 of the last 3 fights. Starnes must continue to engage.
Chris is just swarming on him in this round.
Will Starnes look to take it down again?
I mean, he should, but oh, big body kick. He might be hurt. He caught a kick to the liver. He's still breathing very heavy. He's hurt.
That definitely caught him, Joe. Great call.
He's hurt bad.
And he'll pull guard.
Lieben allows him to go to guard. That's very interesting.
That kick to the liver buckled him. 3.5 minutes remains.
I wonder if Chris Lieben realizes how badly Caleb Starnes was hurt right there.
Let's go. Let's go. Don't let him rest, Chris.
This is really a gift by Chris Lieben to Caleb Starnes. If he had kept that fight on the feet right after that body kick, Caleb might have been in much, much deeper trouble here. But this guard has allowed him to protect himself and to hold on, and now he's trying to swing over an armbar, but Lieben's having none of it. Caleb looks like he's recovered. Still more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this round.
Lieben in half guard now. Still, Lieben must do something definitive. Because one can make the argument the first 2 rounds belong to Caleb Starnes.
That's a tough argument.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even with a big right hand in the second?
I mean, he landed some good shots. Oh, very nice sweep. Beautiful jiu-jitsu by Caleb. Let's see what he's got to do here, man. He's got to pass. He can't stay inside Chris Lieben's guard. And every time he's been here, he's just kind of hung out. I mean, I don't know if he's just been happy to secure this position and catch his breath, but Chris is not allowing him to catch his breath. He's boxing his ears and throwing annoying punches.
Now, the one time he did find himself in a better position than inside the guard was at the end of round 1, but he ran out of time.
Chris keeps pulling to mission control. Caleb has got to pass. He's got 1 minute and 47 seconds left. He's got to get out of this spot. The legs are wide open. Posture. Oh, nice punch right there. But you know what? That would have been even nicer if he was in the mount.
Be about 10 times more powerful, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he's throwing punches from the guard. They're gonna land, but it's just not a good spot to land shots from. I mean, those little body kicks, those are doing a little damage, but, you know, it's not enough to stop a fight.
Starnes trying to work the midsection of Lieben. Lieben continuously busy from his back.
Caleb has got to posture up and get out of here.
1 minute remains in the 3rd and final round.
The crowd's booing. All right, here he is. He's going to throw a right hand.
Caught him with it. Now he's in a better position.
Now he's on top and side control. Beautiful. All right, this is it. Now he's mounted. Oh, he lost.
Fell back into half guard.
Half guard. Chris is breathing heavy. Caleb's going to turn for a Kimura on that left side.
They must stay busy, or Yamasaki will stand them up. Starnes almost had side control, Joe. Final 30 seconds.
I mean, he's wide open here. He can pop his leg out of there. It's not like Chris has got a lockdown on him or anything. I mean, that half guard is open. But Caleb just staying there. I think he's just exhausted. Caleb's landing some hammer fists. He's trying to close this round out strong.
Starnes looking to finish with the fury. And we will go to the judges' scorecards.
great show of respect and a hug by these two guys.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Patricia Morse-Jarman scores the contest 29-28. Chris Lee has it 30-27, and Jeff Collins scores it 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Caleb Starnes.
Starnes gains the unanimous decision, and one of the judges had it 30-27. Jardine instantly became a legitimate contender with a win over Ultimate Fighter 1, Forrest Griffin. Tonight, he can ill afford to become the next UFC upset victim as Houston Alexander enters the UFC. 2007 had seen some of the UFC's top fighters upset by lesser-known opponents. Tonight, Houston Alexander will attempt to continue that trend as he makes his UFC debut against the heavily favored Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine.
It took me 7 years to get here. It's Las Vegas. You gotta be excited about that. It's UFC, and I can just feel this energy. So I'm emotionally charged right now.
Sure, he's confident right now, but I think that's because he doesn't really know what he's in for. You know, ignorance is bliss. He's never fought anybody like me before.
A professional fighter since 2001, 5 of his 6 wins have been either by stoppage or submission, all in the first round.
I'm laying it all on the line for Keith right now. If he is expecting to just run over me, it's not going to happen.
Jardine is one of the most feared 205-pounders on the planet. And while having the type of power that stopped Forrest Griffin at UFC 66 last December is nice, it's Jardine's work ethic that has to be credited for his development in the octagon.
You know, I want that belt bad, and you tell me right now I have to go through Houston Alexander to get it. It pisses me off because I think I should be fighting a contender.
If Keith Jardine doesn't bring the same level of confidence that I have within myself to the table, Keith Jardine will lose.
Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight showcase brought to you by Zenergy. Great tasting premium energy drink. The Dean of Mean 4 years younger than his opponent tonight, Houston Alexander, the assassin. Making his UFC debut, Jardine does have a slight reach advantage. For the official introductions, once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Steve Mazzagatti.
Steve Mazzagatti, the referee. The beautiful Ariani. Set to get us started for Houston Alexander and Keith Jardine. There's Ali.
All right, you ready? You ready? Bring it on, come on.
Here we go. Second fight of the night here at UFC 71. Quick touch of the gloves. Jardine wants to come out swinging. Different look with the hands of Jardine here.
That's the chimpanzee approach. Good right hand by Jardine right away.
Former bounty hunter, Keith Jardine.
Yeah, whoa!
Down goes Alexander.
Houston's in trouble.
Jardine got him with a heavy punch. Oh,
right hand by Houston.
Back on Jardine. Jardine is in big trouble. Down he goes. Alexander trying to finish it.
He's down again.
Down again.
Houston could be, he's got to be careful. That blows out here.
With the right.
He's down again.
And a knee. Uppercut. It is all over. Houston Alexander.
Unbelievable. Wow. Whoa. Houston Alexander hurt very badly early on. Keith Jardine jumped all over him, and Houston put him away.
Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest at 48 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Houston the Assassin Alexander.
Middleweight time, UFC veteran Terry Martin down from 205 to 185. Ivan Salaverry returns to the octagon for the first time in nearly 2 years. The winner quickly becomes a contender in the middleweight division. When returning veteran Ivan Salaverry battles Terry Martin tonight, it's not only a matchup of technical wizardry against raw power, but a clash between the old school and the new breed of mixed martial artists.
Everybody's saying that Ivan's gonna beat me. He's gonna beat me. He's gonna tap me out of this and all that, and that's just adding fuel to the fire. I'm looking to hurt this guy.
Martin is one of the most intriguing fighters in the UFC today. But after losses to James Irvin and Jason Lambert at light heavyweight, the Chicago native was in danger of never having his story reach a mainstream audience. A spectacular 14-second knockout of Jorge Rivera at UFC 67 changed that outlook instantly, with it obvious that he had found his new home at 185 pounds. Martin is ready to write the next chapter in this UFC tale.
It can be with the right, the left, the uppercut. It don't matter. Once I connect on this guy, just one clear punch is lights out for this guy.
Still one of the premier middleweights in the game today, despite an almost 2-year absence from the octagon, the 12-4-1 Salaverry is looking to reestablish himself as a contender for Anderson Silva's middleweight crown.
There's a lot of tough, mean guys out there, but that doesn't faze me. I'm out here to prove that my technique and my spirit and my athleticism is going to overpower.
He's crazy for taking this fight. He'd have been better off taking himself in the room and taping 2 sticks of dynamite to each side of his face and lighting him, then stepping to the octagon with me tonight.
Our tale of the tape brought to you by Synergy, great tasting premium energy drink. The Canadian, born Salaverry, 36 years old, 10 years the elder of the Chicago kid Terry Martin. There's what I pointed out before, 6 foot, 5'9", and with that, a 3-inch reach advantage for Salaverry. Once again with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, our referee. The beautiful Ali Sonoma signifies that round 1 is forthcoming. Middleweight showcase for Terry Martin and a, hopefully in his mind, triumphant return for Ivan Salaverry.
Terry's just chomping at the bit already.
For sure.
Are you ready?
Says he feels great at 185 pounds.
Well, he looks much better than he did at 205. And you know what? He's still carrying a little bit of fat around his waist.
Absolutely. Salaverry has made a living out of keeping a cool head and capitalizing on opponents' mistakes.
Inside leg kick went astray.
Salaverry showing respect, saying didn't mean it.
I said before, Ivan has a very intelligent style. He's not going to go in there and just swing wild punches at Terry. He knows Terry's dangerous.
Terry wants to close and go strong. So you can even see, it's almost you look in the eyes of Salaverry and the motor's turning right there, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
So technical.
Yeah, I mean, you look at him, he's not an incredibly athletic guy. He's not a super athlete. He doesn't have the body of a James Irvin or a Terry Martin. Oh, high kick.
Martin with a smile. Oh, good inside leg kick that time. Salaverry.
And he's throwing a lot of feints.
Absolutely. And he sets up the inside leg kick with it.
Like I said before, he's just, I mean, I know Ivan very well. He got caught there. He's a very, very intelligent guy.
Martin trying to push forward. Wow, did he rock Jorge Rivera 14 seconds into his last fight down the road at the Mandalay Bay.
I mean, he's got great punching technique, and you look at that body that's throwing that technique. I mean, that translates into knockouts. And Ivan's got to be very careful.
Martin from Maywood, Illinois, about 10 miles out of downtown Chicago. His father and grandfather both fighters.
Terry's got a hold of him here. He's got his back. Ivan is you see Ivan's holding on to his wrist, and he's looking to slip that left arm underneath the armpit.
Oh, he avoids the takedown.
Now he's got that. See how I said that? That's it right there. He's got it locked up. Now he's going to try to drop and roll and try to sweep it. If he can drop and roll and get an inside hook. Oh, he let it go.
He's in trouble. And it is all over. Terry Martin defeats Ivan Salaverry.
Wow.
went down hard on that takedown.
Salivary very, very disappointed.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki is called to stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 4 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Terry Martin.
The heat is on all who compete in the 170-pound division, stacked with Sarah, Hughes, St. Pierre, Koscheck, Sanchez, Fit, and don't forget Carl Parisian and Josh Berkman.
The Heat.
Expect fireworks, you know, don't blink when Carl Parisian fights because I'm always going to do something crazy you've never seen before.
Wow, very nice.
I mean, everybody knows, and I'm really good at judo throws.
Judo throw! That's the judo right there.
Judo 101. Parisian trying to turn up the heat.
I'm coming in shape, and if I'm in shape, I don't care who it is at 170, they're in trouble.
Everybody's like, where'd this kid come from? You're getting lucky. What's the deal? People are wondering. And so Carl is going to be a proving point, you know, whether I'm just running my mouth, you know, or whether I'm legit contender.
Slams him hard. Big punches by Berkman. Oh, big shot. Berkman is just so strong.
I'm really going to surprise Carl. He's going to lock up with me. He's going to be like, that's one strong dude. And then he's going to be on his head.
Josh doesn't have anything that's going to surprise me. Whoa, what was that?
My reaction and my timing and my explosion is going to be better than yours.
If you want to shoot on me, fine. I'm going to sprawl, get out of the way, lock something up, and as you stand up, I'm going to dump you on your head.
I would not want to fight me right now at 170 pounds.
He's got a lot of stuff to worry about because I have way more arsenal in my game than he does.
It's going to be a hell of a fight. It's going to be a scrap. But I'm going to be a world champion, you know? It's my destiny. It's what's going to happen. And Carl's just in the way.
I'm trying to do a highlight reel on Josh Berkman. I'm trying to do some magic on him and get my title shot.
Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Zenergy, great tasting premium energy drink. The Armenian-born Parisian, 3 years younger than Josh Berkman. Everything else is virtually identical. For the official introductions, once again, we turn it over to the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge is Herb Dean.
Okay, gentlemen, we've gone over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. Just keep this fight nice and clean. Touch gloves, come out ready to do this. Come on.
I would say they're ready to do this.
This is going to be the fight of the night. This is a candidate for sure.
Berkman. Parisian. Who will move up the welterweight ladder? Herb Dean to get us started.
Ready? Let's do it.
And here we go.
Big
Left
right
hand.
Whoa. One is the right hand by Carl.
Swinging for the fences is Berkman.
One of the things that I noticed in Carl's last fight with Drew Fickett is his improved stand-up. His stand-up looked much better with Drew Fickett than it ever has in the past.
Berkman.
Oh, big leg kick by Berkman. Carl caught it. Berkman needs a right hand.
Gotta watch the knees. Parisian loves to control his opponent.
Berkman's got him up against the cage. It's going to be very hard to take Carl down.
Parisian was rocked badly by Matt Serra in their matchup, and he recovered. Parisian with a quick right. These guys coming out with thunder in their hands. Berkman looking for the body.
Big right hand by Carl. These guys are swinging.
Berkman is looking for the knockout. Caught him with a kick.
Carl stuffed a takedown there.
Changing stances is Berkman. Right foot forward now.
Carl does that as well sometimes. He likes to throw that judo throw. He throws one of them with the right hand forward.
Parisian was looking for the uppercut, just missed. Left foot forward again for Josh Berkman, traditional stance. And now he switches southpaw. He's changing continuously. Any advantage or disadvantage to changing the stance?
Get a call with the right hand there.
Any advantage on the stance?
Well, you know, there isn't. If the left hand forward, you're more open for a right hand, but you can land left hooks better. Oh, excuse me, straight left's better. It all depends on who you're fighting. It all depends on what his style is. And sometimes it's just to confuse him and give him a different look. Make him think.
Certainly hasn't seemed to confuse Carl Parisian here in the first round. They said they were going to go, and they are going early. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Will it last that long?
I was going to say good right leg kick by Caro. Like I said, with Caro's fight with Berkman, excuse me, Caro's on his back. With Caro's fight with Drew Fickett, the thing that I noticed the most was his improved stand-up. And you know, you add that to that world-class judo, that's a dangerous combination. Now we see Caro off his back. Caro has some of the best leg. Oh!
Berkman caught him with a right.
And
Parisian trying to answer. This is where he'll look for the sweep, look for the throw.
If Caro gets a hold of underhooks and overhooks, Berkman's hurt.
Good combination lands. And there it is! How good is that?
Right there.
Tremendous judo throw by Carl Parisian.
And Caro Parisian is very hard to deal with when he's on top. Berkman showing some serious strength here.
That was just picture perfect.
Yeah, that's hard to handle.
Carl Parisian has been here in Las Vegas training continuously with heavyweight champion Randy Couture, getting set for this matchup tonight.
It's just if you haven't been in there with a guy who can throw you like that, if you haven't been there with a world-class judoka who's got that MMA experience that Carl has, it's hard to prepare for it.
Back to their feet. And Berkman, as you talked about earlier, is one strong dude at 170 pounds.
Very strong, very athletic.
Carl gets that positioning, he gets that leverage, and he'll throw anybody around like a rag doll.
Good right hand and a counter.
Good counters by Parisian here in the first round. Now he switches stance back and forth, inside leg kick.
Carl just has such an unusual skill set to handle.
Just missed with the high kick.
Berkman faking the Superman punch, changing his mind, moving to southpaw. Ducks the right hand. He's got a hold of Caro. He's got to watch out for that Kimura. Caro's Kimura is nasty. Caro likes to drop down and throw an inside hook and a sweep with the Kimura. Berkman knows that, that's why he's dropping his weight down as well. Clenching his hands together, trying to avoid this. He's got to be very careful here. If Caro has this locked up, this is one of Caro's bread and butter moves. Caro's going to look to drop and get his legs in between Berkman's legs. See that leg in between? Now he drops, he's going to drop and sweep him.
Final seconds of the round, though. Final seconds of the round. Round one's going to come to conclusion.
Good job by Berkman in avoiding that throw and that Kimura. That was a dangerous spot for him.
What a great round one.
Wow.
Just breathe. There you go.
Man, what a fight we got here. Look at this judo throw. Shalom. I mean, Caro's hips are just world class. Let's look at that one more time. Boom! You let Caro get an overhook or an underhook, anything where he's got control of your body, and you're going to go for a ride.
Last one on the fence. That was a big round.
It's just such an unusual skill set to deal with. Most of the guys that enter the octagon, they're either Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialists or the wrestling specialists or the kickboxers. You know, that judo is just a weird thing to deal with.
Your hands.
The corner of Josh Berkman.
This is it. This is it, okay? Use your legs. Don't turn your back on those legs.
Caro's anxious to get round two started. His only losses inside the octagon to George Rush St. Pierre, the former welterweight champion, and Diego Sanchez at UFC Fight Night. Right again.
Right hand by Caro.
Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Both of these guys are very explosive, and both these guys have had situations in the past where they faded late into the fight. With Caro, it cost him the decision against Diego Sanchez, and with Josh Berkman, he was able to pull it out, but his fight with Chad Reiner, he dominated that fight in the first round, but slowly gassed and slowly got tired, and wasn't able to keep that pace in the third round, and allowed Reiner to stay back into the fight. Big right leg kick by Berkman. Caro caught it and caught him with the right hand. Berkman swinging a miss.
He certainly is swinging, looking for the one-punch knockout.
And that's a lot of energy he's putting into those shots. He's throwing everything into them.
He is trying to come over the top, go underneath, whatever it takes to knock out Karo Parisyan.
His pace has slowed, though. He's breathing out of his mouth.
And everybody talks about Karo Parisyan in cardio, and they say Parisyan in proper condition is absolutely scary.
That's where he came up. Oh, Karo got hurt. Berkman got him there.
Karo said, bring it on. That may energize Josh Berkman.
That's where Karo, we're talking about conditioning. Oh, right hand by Karo.
Another uppercut. Picking him apart here in round 2.
Karo said that he wants to put on a show and make a highlight reel out of Josh Berkman.
This is one of the best judo practitioners in the world, Joe. And look at the improvement in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, really, his hands, like I said, that's been the biggest improvement in his skills.
A perfect display of a mixed martial artist who continues to grow.
In a very unusual one.
Berkman tagged again.
He's getting caught. He's getting caught. His punches are coming slower and slower.
Just past the midway point of this fight. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, glad to be with you here tonight. UFC 71. Liddell versus Jackson.
Karo looks like he's measuring Berkman here.
The knee. And the combination.
Again, when we were talking about Karo's conditioning, when he's in shape, that's where he got that nickname, the Heat, from. Because he loves to make guys wilt. He loves to turn up that heat and force guys into a pace that they can't handle.
Randy Couture always uses the expression, impose his will on his opponent. That's exactly what you're talking about with Karo Parisyan. Suck the life out of your opponent because you will not give him 1 inch in which to work against you.
And Berkman's style, that explosive go-for-broke style, like he just looked up at the clock.
And he should see that there's plenty of time remaining in round 2, 90 seconds.
That explosive go-for-broke style uses up so much energy.
Berkman hanging those hands.
He's hanging those hands and he's breathing in deep.
And his corner yells, get the hands up. Combination by Berkman. His hands are dropping on frequent occasion, Joe. Parisyan trying to set up another big takedown.
Anytime you see Karo get a hold of your body, you're in some trouble. He's controlling his hips. See how Josh has got a hold of Karo's pants?
Up against the fence. 40 seconds remains in the round. Connecting again, scoring points is the Heat, Karo Parisyan. Inside leg kick.
Good right hand by Karo.
Berkman is nearly exhausted here, Joe.
Yeah, and you know, his conditioning looks fantastic. I'm sure he's learned his lesson from that one loss to Diego that, you know, was a very close, very tough fight till the third round. Nice fake and then a right leg kick.
As round 2 comes to a close.
Karo is barely breathing heavy.
I'm actually a bit surprised to see Berkman as fatigued as he is.
Here's a nice right hand by Karo Parisyan, and then another one. And there's that beautiful judo throw from the first round. There's
You need to
another
win
right
this round
hand.
convincingly.
And
This is
again.
it. This is it for you. I'm gonna let you know right now. This is all or nothing. You need to leave everything you got here in this goddamn cage. You hear me? Everything you got. This is it, brother.
A lot of levels. 3, 2, 3. Left hook, straight, right, another left hook. Then follow with the kick. Breathe, breathe, buddy. Breathe. Finish it this round. Finish it this round.
He's getting instruction in 2 different languages.
He understands them both.
Carl looks great. He looks in awesome shape. He doesn't look tired at all. And Berkman's breathing heavy.
Remember, he was to fight Matt Hughes for the title in November of 2005, but suffered a knee and a hamstring tear. He's had to work his way back up and desperately wants a shot at the title. Berkman trying to take advantage of the minute rest he was just provided by the end of the round.
He's got to go for broke. He landed a big right hand.
Presses forward
Bring it
early.
on.
Carl very determined when I was talking to him the last few days here at the MGM Grand.
Good right hand by Carl. Whoa, swing and a miss by Berkman.
Carl felt that one whiz by his ear. That's the one thing, though, Joe. The way that Berkman is swinging, Parisian well ahead on the scorecard still has to be careful.
Right hand by Carl. That right hook clipped him.
Because if one of those big right hooks connects, it could knock Parisian out.
Good left hand by Berkman. Berkman's got the clinch. Got Carl pressed up against the cage. Anytime you're clinching and grappling with Carl, though, in these positions, it's very dangerous. Especially Carl here has got double underhooks. If he gets a lock on his hands. Good job by Berkman in avoiding that, but he's got a guillotine.
And a big takedown by Josh Berkman. Lots of time for which to work. Parisian pushed up against the fence.
Berkman's looking to pass, but he's got to be careful. He's getting caught with a Kimura on that left arm. Carl's reaching over with his left arm. You see how he's doing that? What he's trying to do is suck his left arm underneath Berkman's armpit. He's got his knee there. As long as he's got control of that wrist, Berkman's arm is in trouble. He's
very comfortable. Sorry, Joe. Very comfortable on his back is Carl Parisian.
He's comfortable in all positions grappling. He's going to try to sweep him and go for an arm bar at the same time. If he can get his left arm, okay, he got it out. He's saying something.
Berkman is saying he's holding on to my glove. Right on top of the action, our referee, Herb Dean.
Carl explodes out of there.
Great job by Carl Parisian.
This is his favorite spot. He let it go. He loves to do that sweep. He loves to do this one too, the one with the Kimura. He sweeps and goes in the Kimura, and that's it right there.
2.5 minutes remains. Looking to finish it here is Carl Parisian.
Berkman is holding on to his hand, and that's what's saving him here.
And he'll give it up, back to the feet. As advertised, a tremendous battle between Berkman and Parisian.
Carl's got the body lock. Berkman can go for a ride here. Carl, if you see him get his hips closer to Berkman, he slides his body weight close to Berkman with his hips. That's it, right there. That's what he's trying to do. And he moves away with some punches. What a fight.
Under 2 minutes left. Berkman regained his cardio here for round 3. This by far the best round for Josh Berkman. Coming forward again.
Good left hand by Carl.
Berkman got to keep those hands up, and he does. Gets him back up.
Berkman's got to go for broke. He's got a minute to do something. Whoa!
Parisian missed with a high kick, got himself back and composed himself.
Berkman going for broke with a takedown.
Parisian with a straight left. They always talk about the jab being an underutilized weapon.
Berkman is tired, but he's still so dangerous. He just throws everything into his punches.
40 seconds remains in the fight. Great sellout crowd here tonight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Catches him with a right, did Carl Parisian.
Berkman working hard to try to get that takedown. Carl reverses him. Got him up against the cage.
Cardio and heart are very different. Carl Parisian's always had heart. Tonight he had the cardio to back it up.
Good fight.
They are on their feet here at the MGM Grand.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Tony Weeks scores the contest 30-27. Jeff Mullen has it 30-27. And Lester Griffin scores it 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Carl the Heat Parisian.
He turned up the heat tonight and defeats Josh Berkman. It is time now for our main event of the evening. One of the most anticipated matchups in UFC history for the light heavyweight championship. The champion, the Iceman Chuck Liddell. The challenger, Quentin Rampage Jackson. Avenging losses is something Chuck does very well. He did it to you, Randy. He did it to Jeremy Horn. But you have gone on record saying you don't think he's going to do it tonight to Quentin Rampage Jackson. Why?
I'm not seeing it. I think Rampage is back on track. He's coming out of a slump. He's on a tear. He's confident. He's got a new trainer, a new training camp, and a whole new mindset. I think he just go out and get in Chuck's face, control the tempo of the fight, and by the 3rd or 4th round, he's going to wear Chuck out.
Rampage Jackson says he is mentally stronger than he's ever been, but he did, self-admittedly, look a little bit nervous in his octagon debut against Marvin Eastman.
As we've seen time and time again for the first guys that step in that cage, but I think he got his cage jitters over with. I think he's ready to go here in a packed house.
Well, you were right on Gabriel Gonzaga over Mirko Krokop. We'll see if you remain right here tonight, and we will find out if the Iceman Chuck Liddell will defend his title for a 5th time, or tonight will be the night that Quentin Rampage Jackson becomes the new UFC light heavyweight champion and one of the most popular fighters in the world.
A little desperation now.
He's trying to Liddell. The Iceman Liddell is trying to finish the fight.
But Tito has to make it.
Chuck Liddell remains the light heavyweight champion.
Chuck probably don't think I got a chance. He probably didn't think I had a chance the first time we fought him.
You know, the thing about Chuck, that's another solid right hook. He's done.
This is pretty high here.
This fight has not gone. There's another nice takedown. It's over.
They throw in the towel.
Well, I already know I can beat him. I just want to prove I can beat him.
To be honest, Chuck haven't changed that much since we fought 3 years ago.
That's the last fight I lost. I get my chance to avenge it.
I'm gonna whoop his ass. Same thing I did to him the first time I fought. Chuck didn't fight nobody that's going to fight him the way that I'm going to fight him. I'm going to knock him out in the 3rd round. Chuck ain't getting past the 3rd round.
Well, that's going to be tough for him to knock me out in the 3rd round if he gets knocked out in the 1st.
I'm going at him. I know he's coming at me. He's not afraid of me. I'm not afraid of him.
He does like to get out there and fight. You know, he likes to get out there and exchange, and he's going to throw some punches. We're going to be out there. It's going to be a war. I got it in this fight with a knockout. It has to finish with a knockout.
When the time comes, I'm going to break the ice. You feel me? That's what I do. I'm an icebreaker.
Up in Big Bear with Chuck Congo, James Irvin, Hector Ramirez, Scott Smith, budding MMA star Jeremy Williams. He has beaten Kevin Randleman and Igor Von Tinchin and Ricardo Arona. And in January or November of 2005, he beat Chuck the Iceman Liddell. Tonight is the night that Rampage can take over the light heavyweight division and be owner of part of the mixed martial arts world.
And Randy, you believe that he can pull this off?
I believe he can beat Chuck. I think he's not scared of Chuck. He's not going to be timid. He's not going to be tentative. He's got to go out and get Chuck's face and make Chuck fight. You got to risk it. Yeah, Chuck can knock you out. You know that going in. You got to be willing to risk that. And that's the only way he's going to be able to take him down. I think he's got to take him down repeatedly, make Chuck spend energy scrambling back up to his feet like he does so well, and be willing to step in there, trade, and get off first.
How much of a factor does his first victory over Chuck Liddell play in his confidence?
Well, I think that makes him very confident, but that's a long time ago. He's had a lot of fights between then and now. I think he's a much better fighter now. I think with his new trainer and all the things he's got going on in his life, he's back on track and looks stronger than ever. But I'm not sure how much that old fight will play in Quinton's mind. I think it plays a little more in Chuck's mind.
Chuck has tried to downplay that, saying in November of 2003 when he was beaten by Rampage in a Pride Fighting Championship that he wasn't healthy, his knee was messed up, and more importantly, mentally, he was not where he is today, Randy.
And I could see that. He came off his first loss to me in what should have been his title time. With the whole thing with Tito, I believe that he wasn't as strong, but
the Iceman! Gracing the cover of ESPN, the magazine, Chuck Liddell is the most popular and recognizable athlete in the UFC and in the world of mixed martial arts today. A close second, maybe the man sitting next to me, Randy, the Natural Couture. He's at the top of his game, and he has no plans of giving his light heavyweight belt away tonight.
I think one of the things you have to respect about Chuck after that loss a few years ago to Quinton, we're just now finding out that he had an injury that he wasn't 100%. That's the warrior spirit, the champion's heart. It's not going to make excuses for his performance. He did what he did, he lost, he turned around and came right back, beat me, won the championship, and he's been a champ for a while now.
Randy, one of the things I'm noticing immediately when I saw Chuck enter is he looks very calm and very confident. Quinton looks nervous. He looks like this is a big moment for him. Chuck looks like he's going to the grocery store to meet a friend.
I feel bad for the friend he's going to meet at the grocery store. Chuck Liddell in his career has won all 5 of his rematches. He says he is injury-free. John Heckelman, his longtime trainer, says they have had the best camp they have had in years. Liddell predicts the early knockout. Rampage predicts a changing of the guard. presented for this, the main event of the evening. Brought to you by Zenergy. Great tasting premium energy drink. The champion, 37 years old. The challenger, just 28 years old. And a huge reach advantage for Chuck, the Iceman Liddell. For the official introductions of this title fight, once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this UFC championship bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission with Dr. Tony Alamo, chairman, and commissioners Skip Avancino Jr., John Bailey, Joe W. Brown, and TJ Day, and director Keith Izar. Our judges for this contest at Octagon Side are Adelaide Bird, Chris Lee, and Nelson Hamilton. And our doctors are Jeff Davidson, Anthony Ruggiero, William Berliner, and Damon Zavala. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Big John McCarthy. This championship bout is sponsored by Zenergy, the great tasting premium energy drink. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Toyo Tires, driven to perform. And Hostel Part 2, in theaters everywhere, June 8th. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Two UFC warriors have entered the octagon to go to war against each other for the second time. But tonight, only one will leave the champion. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist who holds a professional record of 26 wins with 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Irvine, California, by way of Memphis, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Quinton Rampage Jackson! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer and is considered to be the most dominant light heavyweight fighter in UFC history, who holds a professional record of 20 wins with 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of San Luis Obispo, California. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC Light Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell!
All right, gentlemen, you receive your instructions in the locker rooms. You want a good, clean, hard fight. Do you have any questions from the challenger? Do you have any questions from the champion? I want you to touch gloves, fight clean, fight hard, fight fair, step back. Let's get this going.
Rampage right in his face. And don't forget a special announcement made at the top of the show tonight. The next man in line, Dan Henderson, the current Pride light heavyweight and middleweight champion. Liddell against Jackson for the title. Big John McCarthy.
Chip, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get on!
And here we go! Fight is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Chuck hasn't used his kicks in a while.
Noticing right away, Chuck's using a lot more footwork with Rampage than he normally does. And that's an indication that he does have some respect for Rampage. This is a lot more like how he fought me the second and third time. He's on his bike, he's gonna make Rampage chase him.
Rampage not afraid to exchange with anyone, not afraid to get in and get nasty with Chuck Liddell.
Chuck has a very interesting style as a powerful striker in that he likes to move away. He likes to have guys come after him and then catch them coming in. Boom!
Rampage, knockout power in both hands. Liddell, we already knew he has knockout power.
Rampage has to be careful not to follow Chuck, but to try and cut Chuck off. And when he changes directions, he's got to go.
He threw his hands out like, come on, Chuck. Chuck answers with a left hook.
Rampage, extremely entertaining, and all the pre-fight interviews getting set for tonight's main event.
Now, Rampage is always colorful. I love his interviews. You just never know what he's going to say.
He's the funniest guy in MMA. Oh, big right hand by Rampage and a left hook.
Liddell steps away. Chuck looking to engage.
That left hand is really a distraction. He loops it out there to get you to look at it, and the next thing you know, you're eating that right.
He does like to throw that looping left hook, though, and he used it to knock out Kevin Randleman. Good left hook to the bottom. He's hurt.
Rampage.
He's down.
Rampage Jackson is the new light heavyweight champion.
Unbelievable.
Wow, caught him flush and flattened him out, came down on top of him, hammer hands and finishes. Chuck looked like he started to defend himself, and he got a good shot and went flat again.
Randy,
and that's when John stepped in.
I'm coming to you next time I place a bet.
Liddell is in disbelief. Rampage is the light heavyweight champion.
Wow. Let's get a good look at that.
Chuck just said to John Hackleman, Joe, what happened?
The right hook right on the button.
Hurt badly.
Here he's still defending himself, and then watch, he goes flat
Hammer
right
fist.
there.
Oh, he was limp. He went limp.
He went flat right there.
Very justified.
Great job by John McCarthy.
Right hand, bang.
Right on the
That's it.
button. He ducks under. Right looping hook. Chuck's down. He's defending himself, trying to get his legs. Watch him go flat right there.
Definitely a justified stoppage. And you know, Quentin Jackson, he has said in the past that he had a terrible camp before. He used to work out with a guy who only had him training with amateurs. But ever since he's been boxing with Juanito and doing his Muay Thai with Chris Riley at Legends, he just looks fantastic. I can't believe this. This place is in disbelief, and Chuck couldn't even focus there.
No, absolutely.
You see when Big John McCarthy's pulling him down, his eyes were clearly out of focus. There he gives his boxing coach Juanito a big hug. How happy is that guy?
We have a new ruler of the 205-pound world. Liddell has been defeated. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 53 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, and now the new UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Quentin, you were an underdog coming into this fight, even though you had the knockout victory over Chuck in the past. How good does this victory feel?
Hey, it feels good for all you fans that boo me. Add another boo to that, and that's what your breath smell like. Boo, boo. I got my fans, all my fans. I love you. Everybody that's my fan, come join me tonight at Pure, baby. Drinks on the house if you get somebody to buy you one.
Now, beautiful right hook to end this fight. You finished him on the ground, and Chuck looked like he was upset at the stoppage. You feel like it was a justified stoppage?
Man, Chuck can do it again. I don't care. Hey, I agree with Chuck. Let's do it again.
Look up at the Minky's replay and talk us through the...
Oh, I changed my mind. I agree with the ref. he was out. But we can still do it again, though. Oh. That's how I saw it in my head, baby. That's how I saw. Look at that. Cover and roll. Oh, I saw his neck snap. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I got that one though. I was thinking about elbows, but the referee jumped in. Good job, bro.
Quentin, it's been a long road for you. You had some tough fights. You are now the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, I'm gonna be this way for a while, baby. You feel me? Anybody want some? I'm training hard now. I got Juanito, I got Chris, I got Zach Light, I got Junior. They training me hard, baby. They training me hard. I'm gonna be this way for a long time, baby.
Congratulations, Quentin.
Quentin Rampage Jackson defeats Chuck Liddell.
I'm here with Chuck. Chuck, you've got to be disappointed. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
I say hi to Tristan and Kay, my kids. I say, I love you, girl. I'm fine. Daddy's good. He's all right. You know, I got caught. What are you going to say, man? I made a mistake. Got caught. Nothing else I can say.
Nothing else you can say. Do you look to get an immediate rematch? What are your thoughts right now? You want to go back and review the tape? Do you want to think about this?
Man, obviously, I always want a rematch, man, but we'll see what they'll do. I want to fight again.
Well, you know what?
Leaving it on a loss, so.
Chuck, you've been the most dominant light heavyweight champion in the history of the UFC. I know all your fans would love to see you perform again. We all love watching you fight. Thank you for all the fights you put on before in the past. Thank you for your performance tonight. We look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
The Iceman, ladies and gentlemen.
Classy guy indeed in defeat. And he put it simply, if you're a fighter, sometimes you make mistakes and you get caught.
He certainly did. It's one of the things I love about Chuck. He has that champion spirit, and he will be back, I'm sure of that.
Consecutive titles. The light heavyweight and the middleweight champion of Pride, who's come here to challenge for that light heavyweight title, Hollywood Dan Henderson.
Don't tell me I got to whoop up on my friends now.
Now you guys are good friends. Dan, a lot of American fans who've never watched Pride might not know you, but you are the only man to hold two titles at the same time in Pride. Give us your thoughts about a fight with your friend, Quentin Rampage Jackson.
First off, you know, like you said, Quentin's my friend, Chuck's my friend. We're all friends in this sport, but this is it's a sport and it's a business for us, and I'd be happy to make some money with some friends.
All right, Quentin, now, what do you think about this, man?
Hey, I agree with him, you know what I'm saying? We've been putting our lives into this sport for a long time, and it's about time we get that paper, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I want to be like him. He's a big baller. Have y'all seen his crib? He got a big crib. I want one. I'm champion now. It's my turn. Ain't that right, Kevin James? Ain't that right? Y'all got a big crib? It's my turn.
Well, you know what? I think that's in the destiny for now. That, without a doubt, you're going to be making big money from here on out.
Yeah, I just think it's great for us fighters and especially the fans that we finally get to see who the top guy in the world really is.
I think that's great, and I think it's great for American fans to finally get a look at Dan Henderson and Quentin Jackson.
It's me. I'm the top fighter in the world. I'm going to show you your teeth, baby.
Just tonight.
Watch this. Show the teeth. Take the teeth out, baby. Take the teeth out.
Not till later.
Y'all heard him. He going to take the teeth out later.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Quentin. Dan Henderson, we look forward to seeing that fight.
King of the world right now, Quentin Rampage Jackson. He has done it. He has knocked out and given us another upset in this year of upsets. Chuck the Iceman Liddell. We have ourselves a new light heavyweight champion. Executive producers of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Frank Fertitta III, Lorenzo Fertitta, and UFC President Dana White. Our supervising producer is Craig Borsari. Director of production, Tim O'Toole. A great job done tonight by Bruce Connell and Anthony Pasquale Giordano. Technical producer, Alan Connell. Our entire crew enjoyed the fights that Joe Silva put together for us again this evening. How about Terry Martin, the Chicago kid, taking it to Ivan Salivary? We got a new factor at 185 pounds, and this kid can punch. Ali Ariani had everyone thrilled, and so did Josh Bergman for a while. But in the end, Carl Parisian, after a tremendous stare down, turned up the heat. and won a very important unanimous decision. Wow, did his hands look good tonight. And there was more. Continuous fights all night long, including Dean Thomas winning submission of the night by finishing young Jeremy Stevens. But he's only 21 and he'll be back. And this man has arrived. Quentin Rampage Jackson taking on the most decorated light heavyweight in the history of the UFC and knocking Chuck Liddell out. Rampage is the new champion. For my partner Joe Rogan, Mike Goldberg saying so long. Until next time, we see you right back here inside the Octagon.